I'm Juan Martinez, and this is Trans Talk 2020. Welcome, everyone, to Trans Talk 2020 so that we learn from each other. I chose 5 questions. They choose 3 and make a short video. You will hear their social views as well as some intimate personal stories they were willing to share. Here we go. I chose Santino because he is my trans experience secondhand and ingenue.
Hi, my name is Santino. I'm a transgender man. My pronouns are he, him, his. So I was transgender before even knowing what transgender meant. I was born and raised in the Philippines, and back then there wasn't information available about gender identity. It was almost non-existent. Growing up, all I knew was I was comfortable presenting myself as a boy. When I hit puberty and started developing my lumps, chest, I called them lumps. I would bind them with ace bandage just to make them look flat because it just didn't feel right for them to be there. It wasn't until years later that I discovered that this was actually something common that transgender guys who had no access to surgery would go through just to make them look flat and just be more physically male looking. Struggle with gender identity kind of also stemmed from me questioning my sexuality. So when I was younger, I was attracted to both boys and girls, but when I started feeling attraction towards girls, I started questioning my sexuality. And growing up in a Catholic society, I was primed to think that homosexuality was a sin, so I repressed it until I couldn't anymore. And I just thought that I was for lack of a better term, a butch lesbian. So I thought I was a girl that presented as a boy that liked girls. And in early 2000s, I was in a relationship with this woman, and my dysphoria just really hit me hard. I remember asking her just out of the blue that I was wondering if there was a way for me to turn into a guy, like medically through surgery. She said it didn't matter what I did, I was never going to be a real man. It got stuck in my head, and I just stopped looking into it. It wasn't until 2012 I met a coworker who got gender reassignment surgery. So she transitioned from male to female. And then I went on the internet to see if it was possible for the same kind of surgery for female to male. And that's when I came across a YouTube video of a trans guy who was documenting his transition. I finally realized what I was. I felt validated, and I felt just hopeful that there was a way for me to actually do something to align what I was feeling with how I looked physically. So I started looking into resources available back home. It wasn't going to be easy. Number one, it was expensive, and insurance didn't cover it. So I put that on hold for a little bit and just started doing whatever I could, like looked into alternatives to make myself just physically more male looking. And then in 2014, I moved to the United States. I got a job that had insurance that covered transgender services. And in October of 2016, after going through my required counseling and referrals, I got my first testosterone shot. So I've only been on hormones it's going to be 4 years in October of this year. I still struggle with dysphoria, a lot of insecurities and anxiety, but I'm happier than ever. Yeah, I'm looking forward to more changes. I still have a lot to go through that I need to do to further my transition. I'm just happy finally getting there. I'm looking forward to further aligning myself physically, mentally, and emotionally. I am fortunate enough that I work for a company that provides insurance that covers everything that I will need to further my transition. But aside from my insurance from work, I I'm also very grateful and fortunate that I live in Long Beach, where it's just a very accepting community, and we have the LGBTQ Center that provides resources and support for not just for transgender people, but for the entire LGBTQ community. And I have a big support system and a very supportive family. Not everyone, but most of them are. And I've met just fantastic people in the community who have now become family to me, that provide the kind of support that I need. Compared to other cities and states, I feel like Long Beach provides a good support system for transgender people. Not everyone is as open-minded, or not everyone understands what transgender people go through, but most of the people that I've met in this city have an open mind and are ready to listen, actually eager to be educated about the struggles that transgender people go through every day. And I am very blessed to be surrounded by allies. A lot of them have actually become a big part of my support system, and I hold them dearly. I'm just very thankful every day that I've had the opportunity to be in their presence and to call them my support system.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. Have a good day or evening, whatever time it is at the moment. Wash your hands. If you go out, wear your mask. Otherwise, stay home. Trans Talk 2020 is a talk series with trans and trans allies, where panelists discuss topics ranging from healthy living and knowing their rights to preferred pronouns and what's happening now.